Big news from across the pond. The UK is officially aligning with the United States in how it regulates crypto, and that means big changes are coming for investors, exchanges and developers. But what does this shift mean for the future of crypto in the UK? Is it the end of the Wild West era or just the beginning of something smarter? Stick around because in this video we are unpacking the UK's new draft crypto regulation, how it compares to the US and EU, and what it means for you. The UK government has confirmed it's moving forward with legislation that will finally bring crypto firms under formal financial regulation. This means that companies dealing in crypto exchanges, trading, and related services will soon face the same kind of oversight as traditional financial institutions. And the goal here is transparency and consumer protection, and reducing malpractice in a space that's often been described as the digital Wild West. And officials are saying that this is about supporting responsible innovation whilst cracking down on shady behaviour. What's most striking though is who the UK is aligning with, because it's not the EU, it's the United States. And unlike the EU's MiCA regulation, which builds a crypto-specific legal framework, the UK is choosing to wrap crypto into existing financial laws. And if that sounds familiar, it's because it mirrors the US model, where regulators like the SEC often treat digital assets as securities. And yes, the UK's Treasury has been actively discussing this approach with American counterparts, including a recent trip to Washington, and more meetings are planned for June. So what's in the new rules? Well, firms operating in crypto will have to meet formal standards for three main things. One of them is transparency, so reporting requirements and clear business practices. Another is consumer protection, which is basically just making sure that users know the risks. And thirdly, operational integrity, which is reducing the chance of collapse or things like hacks or fraud. And importantly, stablecoin issuers based in the UK will also be brought into scope. That means if you're minting a GBP or USD pegged coin from within the UK, you will be expected to play by the rules. And this is all building on proposals that the UK released back in 2023, but now it's moving towards real implementation, expecting it to be finalised by the end of the year. So what is the likely impact? Well, with about 12% of UK adults having some exposure to crypto, which is up from just 4% back in 2021, this is no longer a niche market, and so regulation is now seen as a necessity from the government's standpoint. And some are arguing that this will boost confidence in the sector, it attracts institutional investors and protect retail users from shady operators, but there's a lot of people out there that also worry that regulation can kind of sanitize crypto. And if consumers think that government oversight means guaranteed safety, they may underestimate the risks, especially for tokens with little or no intrinsic value. And if we just zoom out for a moment, we can see that the EU has MiCA, which is a kind of tailor-made crypto rulebook. The US takes this case-by-case approach, often labelling coins as securities. And now the UK is choosing the US path and not the EU's. And that tells us a lot about how the UK sees its future, more flexible, more aligned with US markets, and perhaps more appealing to global crypto firms than the sort of stricter EU regime. So is the UK making the right move by aligning with the US instead of the EU? Or will this help legitimise the industry or just confuse it further? Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you want to stay ahead of the curve on UK and global crypto regulation, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss a thing. And I'll see you in the next video.